With the NFL trade deadline approaching, could the Detroit Lions trade for Max? Wait a minute. Oh, I forgot that's over. Gotcha. I had to get you, man. We've been talking about it so much. It feels weird to be over, but this is about the NFL Week 10 power rankings. I hope you guys got a good laugh out of that. Now, don't forget, the Detroit Lions were the #1 team in the NFL power rankings last week. I'm just off the top of the dome. I think it was the Lions, the Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, the Baltimore Ravens, and then the Minnesota Vikings. I think I'm right. This week, let me see. Let's see what the clues are. NFL Week 10 power rankings, Eagles, Chargers, and Cardinals surging, while the Bears and Cowboys are sliding. So, in my honest opinion, the Detroit Lions won. It doesn't matter that we beat how about Jordan Love? We beat a team with a 6-2 record. So they were a stiff opponent in the rain at their place. We should be #1, even though the Chiefs won last night. Speaking of the Chiefs, we got a video coming out later today that I think y'all gonna like, man. It's been talking about everything I've been talking about for the past couple of years, man, when it comes to the NFL narrative. So make sure y'all come back and pay attention for that. But here is the NFL power rankings. I'm gonna say right off the top of the dome, the Detroit Lions should be the #1 team still. Let's see. The Detroit Lions are the #1 team. #1. All right, we should go down to number 2 is going to remain the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to say number 3 is still going to be the Buffalo Bills, in my opinion. Number 4 is still going to be the Baltimore Ravens, in my opinion. Now, okay, number 5 was the Minnesota Vikings. They won, but it was the way they won, but they won. So I'm going to step out on a limb, and I'm going to say that the Minnesota Vikings remain number 5. Could be a change here. Number 5. Oh, the Washington Commanders, 7-2. I forgot about them. If I could have remembered, I would have put them up there. Minnesota should be 6. Number 7 is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles. What a climb they're making. Up 3 spots. Number 8, the Green Bay Packers, down 2 spots. Number 9, the Pittsburgh Steelers, always like that quietly lurking in the corner somewhere. And the Houston Texans round out the top 10, down 2 spots. Let me just cut away real quick so I don't give you guys motion sickness as I'm scrolling back up to number 1. Here's what he had to say. Let's see how many shots he takes at the Detroit Lions. Says the Lions moved to 7-1 with a statement victory over the rival Packers, boosting their record against their 2 main competitors in the NFC North, Green Bay and Minnesota, to 2-0. Both wins coming on the road. They've allowed a total of 65 points over 4 games, 3 of which were against teams currently in the playoff mix. Despite missing the injured Aiden Hutchinson over the past 3 games, the defense has held strong. And now pass rush help is on the way in the form of acquiring Zadarius Smith. Offensively, even with receiver Jamison Williams being suspended for the past 2 games, the Lions scored 76 points, though the defense and special teams deserve more credit for that too. The remaining schedule is by no means a cakewalk, but Detroit has triumphed indoors and outdoors, with Sunday's win coming in the cold rain. This group is built to win in several different ways, and it's one of the few teams in the league are equipped to handle. Wow. And it's one few teams in this league are equipped to handle. There we go. Reading off to the side, man. It gets tough after a while with the glare. I can't put it anywhere else. I need a monitor right up here outside the camera. But it was a little bit of a pot shot in there, but I take it. I agree. And that's why it's like, we've been winning without getting to the quarterback per se, getting that person down, and we can continue to do so. The Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes I thought his season was over yesterday. I saw the non-contact. I was like, oh boy, is the season going to mean anything after this? But the mobile quarterback scares me. And even not if the mobile quarterback, even Sam Darnold and stuff like that, we got to be able to bring these people to the ground. But Zadarius Smith is going to help ease some of the burden from Aiden. But, overall, I can't really complain. I think this might be the nicest commentary that he's given us since he's been doing these, and I like it. So the only change really in the top 5 was the Washington Commanders rounded out the top 5, and they pushed the Minnesota Vikings back to 6. But the Detroit Lions, man, a win over the Houston Texans will keep us at 1. This is crazy, man, because we are. And I was hoping that the Kansas City Chiefs yesterday that they lost, man, because that could have put us to the number 1 seed in the NFL. Not that it matters, but we are currently the number 1 seed in the NFC. And we got to watch out for them pesky Commanders, man. We got to win. They got to lose. They do have 2 losses. So they have not yet had their bye week. They're 7-2. We're 7-1. Their bye week is coming very soon, but we got to kind of keep them in bay. We have no margin for error. So I like it, though. But tell me what you think in the comments below. And what do you think of the power rankings? You know, I had to mess with y'all. I had to mess with y'all, man, because of what happened. Just so much trade deadline talk. But also, I wanted to kind of shout out the person, MIB Reviews. He came in the comment section of one of my live streams and apologized for his comment from a couple videos ago. I know sometimes we get in our feelings, man, and it's funny because I've never seen a sport, or this is like the only sport I really watch like that. I watch baseball, I watch basketball, but I can't really talk about basketball fans. I haven't really been a Pistons fan. Well, I'm a Pistons fan, but haven't been into the Pistons like that in like 20 years. So, but Lions fans are like no other, man. Football fans in general, we are like no other. The passion is ridiculous. So sometimes we upset each other. Like, y'all don't have to tell me you don't agree with my takes. I'm glad you don't agree with my takes. If you did, that would be boring. And we don't want to be boring. That's the last thing I want to be, is boring. A lot of times the reaction you guys get from me is so I'm not boring. There's a lot of commentators on YouTube, a lot of Detroit Lions creators on YouTube, and they are super boring. But I am not and will never be, right? So that's some of this stuff is entertainment, right? I got to be able to entertain you. That's what keeps you coming back, and my passion, my fandom, stuff like that. None of it's fake, but I have to be entertaining. So I appreciate the apology. And if I've offended anyone, if I've ever made it personal, I believe I did one time. I said I never did in my other video, but I think I did on one of my, I think it was last year, man, and I said something out of line. I apologize for that. It was a low moment, and we all good, man. Apology, accept it, and we good to go, right? And if I've offended anybody, I apologize to you as well. And yeah, I'll try to make sure, like, a lot of this stuff is like the young punk and all that. That stuff is fun. You know what I'm saying? It's fun, but it's never meant to be offensive. It's more to entertain and stuff like that. Because like I said, I cannot be a boring. You guys get enough of that. You get enough of that, man, for real. So anyway, we all good. MIB Reviews, man. We good to go. And yeah, so that's all I got to say about that. But anyway, let me know your thoughts about the power rankings and how do you feel about the Houston Texans. But now that we can move past the trade deadline, now we can focus on everything else. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. This channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. So take care of yourself and each other. Make smart decisions, like not taking a Greyhound with the bathroom that doesn't work, or paying, you know what, paying $2,500 to take a bus to a game. Why would you do that? I don't know, but like I said, that wouldn't be a smart decision. And I know you wouldn't make that. Oh man, the level of petty that I have it's kind of frightening.